Hello, hello, welcome in. Hope everyone is doing wonderfully today. So apologies right off the bat. This is the scuffest my stream has been in a while. Um, so it's gonna be quite a lot of trial and error today. But ultimately, we're gonna be playing Mario Kart 7 today. Switch 2 as well as Mario Kart World comes out later this week. So I'm super excited about that. Now, if you're in the Discord, you'll know I mentioned that I hope it doesn't get canceled. Stuff like that. I doubt my stuff's gonna be canceled. I got a day one pre-order in person at GameStop, so it's not even like I ordered online for them to easily say, hey, your order got canceled. They would have to physically call. I'm just worried that, that despite the fact that pre-orders are a thing and like whatnot, I'm still afraid that it's gonna be a first come first serve scenario where it's like people are gonna be being like, well, I pre-ordered, and they're gonna be like, well, we have some here you go, because I can't get mine until much later in the day. Which that would be complete bullshit, but that's beside the point. That's my big worry. It's the sort of thing where it's like, if something can go wrong, it will, you know, Murphy's Law sort of thing. That's kind of what I'm afraid of. But, you know, I won't know until Thursday. So, ultimately, there's nothing I can realistically do about it. I don't really have other options. But I will state that if that happens, Friday will just be a Mario Kart 8 stream, because I'm still gonna want to make it Mario Kart. But I'm not gonna worry. Like, obviously, if I can't play Mario Kart World, then, you know, I can't play Mario Kart World. So, I'm gonna say let's jump right into it. This is going to be an incredibly fucking scuffed setup, because I had to try and realign all of the sources and stuff, like live. Not live, but like I had to do it within like the last 5 minutes before I was supposed to start stream. And I had other stuff to do before starting stream, that's why I was a bit late today. But hello Aquilium, welcome in. But yeah. I need to go about this in a very specific way. Let's pause the music. Then I need to open up this. Then I need to wait until that's fully open. Okay. That sounds and looks good. Let's go here. Why are you so far off to the side? I've cropped you. Okay. This is so fucking scuff. Hello, Star. Welcome in. And yes, that is something that, I have not, mentioned yet, because, stream yesterday was mute for the most part. Happy Pride. Now, I do not have everything unlocked. But I should be able to just get through all of it today. It looks like there are 8 cups, which is kind of the norm I've seen. I honestly thought there were more in Wii. I'll be 100% honest. So I'm guessing I don't need to worry about that. The only game that I'm not going to be able to play all of the courses in when I do it is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because there are 96 courses as opposed to the 32. Wait. Yeah, that's right. 32. So, there's like a third. There is exactly a third. And so it would take me like 6 or 7 hours to get through them all. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to play online on Wednesday. You know, get the most of it, sort of thing. So, well, without further ado, let's see how the first one goes. As per usual, we start with Yoshi. You really don't start with much, do you? Give me just a second. I'm gonna try something. Well, I need to look up something to see if I can try it. Okay, why are you so cropped? What the hell? I uncropped you before. This is so fucking scuff. Oh, yeah, it... like, the music in this game is, kind of redone from other stuff. Okay, give me just a moment. How do I do this? I know the sound is lagging. Give it a sec. I'm opening stuff. Like I said, this is like the most scuffed stream I've had in a while, so again, apologies. I'm trying to figure all this out live, and it is not working. Okay. Okay. There's that. Okay, give this a sec. Let me me put this back on. I'm trying. Give me a sec. Alright, there's that. Okay, here we go. And now I'm gonna pause this again because I don't want conflicting audio. Yes, I know. Thank you. Click this.
Mario Kart 7!
There's that. There's that. Okay. Big apologies once again on how everything is going. I'm trying. I'm trying to get it so that I'm not like on a bare bones save file. I need to figure this out. I have no clue if this is gonna work. Oh, I don't know what version of the game I'm on. Shit. Let me just do a quick little... Bop. There you go. Let's see, what is this? Oh. Oh no. That's not good. I think Windows might be crashing. Oh no. Oh, yep. Everything is dying. Are you guys still able to hear me? Hello? Just want to check. Everything's still running, correct? Because my Windows did kind of go down for a bit. I don't know if everything is working. So if anyone is here, please say something. It looks like it's working fine on my end. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna roll with it and hope it's working. No clue if it worked. Probably didn't. It did, okay. It did work, okay. I really hope stream didn't go down. All right. I think I would tend to use the zucchini with slim wheels. Ooh, that's a glider I haven't seen yet. I would typically use the paraglider, but I'm gonna use the beast glider. All right. Well, I'm gonna do this a little backwards. I'm gonna start with the old cups, like the retro cup stuff, and then go back up and do the new courses. And we'll see if I can handle playing this with my model. I might be able to. Oh boy, okay. This is gonna take some getting used to. They really went through and just like, once again, like, they changed the physics just enough where it's a bit awkward to deal with. Nope. Okay. Let me hubble it. And hubble it. Let's do this. And hubble it. All right. Now we're set for today, I think. So let us continue. I was trying to find a good resting position for my arm. And this is the first game where they introduced coins. Reintroduced them. Yeah, I think I said reintroduced. Not entirely sure. There was a fire flower in this game? I don't remember that. Okay, I'll take second on the first race. Hello, Bob. Welcome in. Just eating food. All right, have some good food. Thanks for coming by. I swear, I did work on cropping all the screens and stuff like that properly, and it's still not. Hello, Chase. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Before I continue, let me get the crop on the bottom screen proper. A bit smaller. There we go. Is that properly aligned? It looks like... Okay, now why are you cropped on this side again? What the hell? I don't get it. I'm just gonna have to leave it like that. Oh, that's gonna bother me though. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Chase. I've no clue if coins actually matter in this other than just for collectibles. Damn it. I will say, one thing that's kind of come out of this specific game is the animation for breaking the item boxes and collecting coins isn't there. They just kind of disappear. So there isn't really like an animation for it, which is interesting. Because that's like a step back from literally every other game. Hello, Mortar. Welcome in. I have no clue what style of drift this is. Whether it's the style where you have to like wiggle the stick back and forth, or if it's the style where it's just based off of how sharp your drift is. I forgot about the Tanuki. I forgot about the Tanuki item. Holy shit. Modes, especially versus mode. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I held it out like a frame too late. I enjoyed it. I remember playing this a shit ton after it came out. I mostly played with motion controls, because you can do that in this game. I don't play with motion controls in any game anymore. Any Mario Kart game, I should say. Not even Wii. Even on like the base version, I still I plug in a nunchuck to use the joystick. Oh, that was it. I thought I had one in my lap. Oops. But yeah, no, I played this game a lot. In fact, there's one specific part, in one of the bass tracks, which I'm gonna get to later, that I have like a very fond memory of. And it was a perfect timing moment in a lot of ways. And I'll talk about that later when I get to it. It's during Shy Guy Bazaar, I believe. Also, I mentioned when I played the DS game, the first time. Not the first time. When I played the DS game last week, how this game kind of ruined this track. I'll show you exactly what I mean, like now, today. And then there's another one right up there. Like, you skip, like, more than half the course with the hang glider. Like, it really sucks, because this is such a cool course. And the hang glider mechanic just kind of ruins it. Because the quickest path between, 2 points is always a straight line. And when you're given the option to take that straight line, nothing else happens. Like, you do that. I missed, but you go up there. But it's just like, it's kind of sad. Okay, Peach is down there. Okay. Oh, was this when they first changed the tracks to have more of a backbeat when you're in first place? Because I don't remember experiencing that in Wii. But yeah, the hang glider just kind of ruins that course. That entire like last section, you just can kind of skip using the two hang glider sections that link into each other. Like for front-running beat game. Gotcha. Okay. I knew they did it in 8 Deluxe. I did not, and like 8 in general, but I did not realize they did it in this one too. But yes, cucumbering. Well, zucchiniing. Yay! Can't double item with it, and it often makes you miss the next item box before it wears out, making you get hit by a red shell. Here, cheats in this game a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Let's do this. I think I want better handling. Which looks like I might just need to go for a different set of wheels in that case. Okay, guess I'm gonna do this. We'll see how this works. But yeah, I've played this game to its extent pretty much. Like, I'm at the point in this series where it's like, here, anywhere else? Sure. I'll do that with the next cup. So hello, Ray, welcome in. Okay, it looks like it is, this game is based off of, drift sharpness. As opposed to, the back and forth of your joystick. On my base game I didn't, but I did go through and, play through, or not play through, but I did go through and grab all the unlockables, so I do have all the gold parts in, this save. Bye, Peach. And this is why it always helps to keep watch of what items are, in play. That animation lasts so long. Title story. I'm going to when I get to that course. That is the plan. Which I want to say it's Shy Guy Bazaar. Which I'll get to in the second half of stream. So just bear with it until then. Which, it's gonna be interesting. Shy Guy Bazaar coming back, I'm gonna have to try and recreate it. In some way. I'm gonna be playing that track specifically a lot, just to see if I can recreate that moment. I played Tour when it first came out for like a week. But after that I just kind of wasn't interested because the style was so vastly different. It didn't feel great gameplay wise for me. So that is like the one Mario Kart game that I'm not really interested in going through and like saying, hey, I played through all of it. So I did not see. I have not been keeping track of all of the updates that they've been posting because I do want to be pleasantly surprised when the game comes out. Shy Guy, please. Use the damn blue shell. Thank you. Super Mario Circuit. That's actually awesome. I just realized, do I have a picture to post this weekend? I may need to get in VR at some point this week. I forgot Coconut Mall was in this game. Also, you can see I don't have any Mii's created. So it just... that's actually really interesting to see. I am sad that there aren't any bikes in this game. You can tell I enjoy vibing to the music in these games. Invincibility? Damn it. I was hoping I had enough invincibility frames there. Yeah, the wheelie system is one that, like, I'd love for them to bring back, but I entirely don't see them bringing back. Like, as much as I would love for wheelies to come back, it's not gonna happen. Because then that would make bikes objectively better than karts, and they don't want to do that. That drifting bikes were superior. I would disagree. In drift bikes just kind of felt awkward for me to control. So that's one of those cases of different different styles of controlling are have different people who prefer them. As opposed to something like wheeling, bikes actually had in the Wii, wheeling actually made the bikes quicker. Which means that you got more speed out of a bike wheeling than you would out of a kart of the same speed. But yeah, in drift bikes, for me, like, they just did not mesh with my control style. Because my drifts, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but my drifts tend to be, like, more outward centric, where I'm drifting and kind of moving sideways as opposed to trying to drift a long way around a curve. I get a lot more control doing that than in an inward drift bike, which would essentially force me to make the turn in a very sharp manner. Oh yeah, I love the sound of the Tanuki Leaf. Wow. Bullet Bill taking you into first, huh? Also, I know that I just wasted a mushroom essentially, but, you know. I wonder if you can blue shell dodge in this game. I mean, probably. But I wonder if you can do it with a, like, mushroom. Damn it. Yeah. Sorry, I got a bit too into the race there. At the end. Yay, that's number 2. We're a quarter of the way done. After all the scuff of the start. Oh yeah, and this was the first instance where the rankings were based around placements in each race as opposed to yeah, placements in each race as opposed to item usage and how much you got hit. And for the sake of it, because it's funny, I forgot so many of the courses that were in this game. There were a lot. I'm fine with the coin mechanic. Honestly, my thoughts on the coin mechanic. I'm not sure whether I prefer the way it used to be or if I prefer the way it is in these games now. Because what it used to be is it used to be a health system. If you got hit, like even just bumped with 0 coins, you would spin out horribly and essentially have to respawn. I didn't really care for that. I think I prefer gaining a little bit extra speed per coin you have. Damn it. I really wanted to try blue shell dodging. Alright, Toad, go ahead. Use it. Thank you. And I'll stay on the outside. Thank you. Alright. Oh, yeah. I think the coin item is stupid. Like, I think having the coin as an item is a bit stupid. I get that it's there to nerf first place. But at the same time, I feel like what they had worked. You can only get, essentially... Well, I mean, obviously, if you want to nerf first place, take away the triple banana from first place. That's it. That's all you had to do. You get a single banana, a single green shell, and that's it. Those are your options. I think that would have worked much better than giving a coin item, because that just, it feels bad. Because especially if you already have the max amount of coins, it's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do with this? You essentially just gave me no item. I know, Ray. Shut the fuck up. Well, yeah, but, take off the super horn as well. I think the super horn isn't a great item either. I feel like it gives too much power, even with the coin item. Because the blue shell was supposed to be the great equalizer, right? That's what the blue shell was supposed to be. The only way you could realistically get by it was A, slowing down so you're no longer in first place. B, hitting second place with you. Or C, doing a blue shell. I got a mushroom in first place? Since when? Huh. But yeah, no, like, I did that way too early. It's the sort of thing where, like, the only way to realistically get by a blue shell before, without, like, losing your placement, was to do a blue shell dodge, which was, like, an incredibly precise trick. So, like, from that standpoint, like, blue shells are the great equalizer. You either needed a huge amount of skill to keep first place, or you got hit or lost first place. Those were your options. And so with the addition of the super horn, now you have a very casual way to get rid of the blue shell, and it's like, okay, now it's not really a super great equalizer. It's just kind of something that happens that only first place has to deal with. But yeah, I get that the way it's set up now, is designed with those items in mind. Like, 100% they're designed with those items in mind. Which means that trying to just take them out isn't gonna work, because you'd need to rebalance things. But they had the balance initially. Like, the balance in this game is quite good. If they really wanted to add in a new item, like, it didn't need to be something that, like, is only useful for, like, first place, realistically. Kamek is gonna make world interesting. Yeah, I'm really curious about how those are gonna work. Oh, I remember having issues on this map. And then my reservations about this course carried into 8. I was never great at Daisy Cruiser. No, you don't. That was a close one. Alright. Ta-da! Hello, Ark. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Turn everyone to a fish skeleton. I mean, it's the sort of thing where it's like, the items always create a struggle of balance, which is why a lot of racing games don't have stuff like items. Part of Mario Kart's charm is its chaos. Like, I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks that. In fact, that's why Baby Park is such a popular course, is because it's so incredibly chaotic. Hang on the course. I could see that happening, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Actually, yes, it does. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, items always create like a power imbalance. And so trying to get that situated is always going to be difficult. Which is why I think, like, you know, they tend to get close to balanced. Maybe not perfectly balanced, but they tend to get close. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a very awkward game in terms of balance. Because the racing itself is incredibly balanced. And the items are a comeback mechanic. But the issue with the items being the comeback mechanic is you get stuff like, you get intentional, what's it called? Bagging, item bagging. Which, in my opinion, I don't enjoy. I don't like it. From a concept of racing, item bagging feels, for lack of better words, cheap. Like their comeback mechanic. If you take the comeback mechanic into first place, there's no point in racing. Right? It's like, okay, you've just kind of bypassed the, like, whole concept of, like, you know. But that's my opinion. And I know quite a few people are like, but it's part of the strategy. Like, items are there, they need to be taken into account. Like, yes, I get that. But I also think that in any racing game, the idea should be to race, you know? Not, hey, let's hold this item so that way once we get a lead, it's impossible to come back from. It's the same, very similar reason to why I don't like spawn camping in games. Because it's like you're doing everything in your power to win to the point of not letting the other people play. Now, in racing, that's a very different sort of situation. Oops. But it's the same general concept, I think. I probably just lost first with that, but... might as well restart first. Bagging spoilers is fun. Yeah, I think so. But I know a lot of people who disagree with me on that. Like, 100% pack play is where this game thrives. Like, the game as a whole is designed around everyone being at a relatively similar point in the track at the same time. Bagging takes away from that. Super front running also takes away from that. Now, I'm not going to go out of my way to say, hey, stop front running, because that feels weird. But like, from the standpoint of what this game is, like, I'd honestly say, like, I feel like they need to, not need to, what's the best way to put this? They need to kind of bring it in from both sides. Like, I get they need a comeback mechanic, but I feel like they need to punish comeback mechanics the higher, like, the more forward you are, in order to make it more, like, there needs to be some even ground where it's like, okay, first place is decently weak in terms of what they're able to do, and last place is decently strong, but only when they're in last place. Like, you can kind of see it in, the bullet bill specifically, where the higher placement you are, the, like, less speed and the, shorter the timer for, the bullet bill is. I think they should take that across the board and not just for the bullet bill. That way it creates this, like, kind of mid-ground where everything is kind of pushing you towards. Because that way you have the pack play that makes this game so fun. Exactly. Which is why I feel like they need to kind of, like, do something about that. The coin item itself feels like a very weak addition. Now that we get 2 items, like how we have an 8 Deluxe, I think the coin isn't bad, especially given the fact that it's just specifically programmed so that you don't get 2 coin items. Now, granted, lag makes that happen still online, but that's beside the point. But, like, they specifically designed it where it's like, in that case, first place realistically can't get more than 1 item. That's a good nerf. But the issue comes when you get 1 item and it's still the coin. It's like, okay, I didn't get anything. So, like, I get the concept there. But the fact that it came out when you could still only have 1 item, the coin felt like a bad addition. But then as well, they added in the super horn, which makes it you less likely to fall back into the pack. Like, they didn't want to make first place less powerful, but at the same time, they wanted to make first place less powerful. It doesn't work like that. You need to choose one or the other. Full shortcuts in 12-second bullet skin. Exactly, which I get that the bullet bill and stuff is a comeback mechanic, but I feel like that takes away from the fun of everyone else who's not in the back. Like, you're forced to bag when in a racing course, you're essentially in a racing game, you're forced to stop. You're forced to hold back and not go for first. That feels very... That feels wrong to me, and why I don't like bagging in tracks like that. Which is why I think they need to do something about that. Like, it just kind of... It's the same reason why metas in games frustrate me. Because it's this whole idea of, if you're not playing the game a specific way, you can't win. Especially in a game like Mario Kart, where there are, like, so many different ways to play the game. It's essentially saying, hey, you want a chance to win, you have to play it this way. That just feels very anti-fun. And again, this is my opinion on how the game is. I'm not trying to say that bagging is an evil that needs to be vanquished for Mario Kart. But I think it's not fun, personally. Damn. Yeah, I'm surprised at just how many, like, really good items I'm getting in, like, high placements. Here we go, my favorite course in the series. I'm so happy it's coming back. Oh, that was a close one. I really did. Growing up, I really thought that you could only ever get bananas and green shells. Like banana peels and green shells in first place. I have gotten very few green shells in first place in this game. And I've gotten so many other things that feel like wrong to get in top placements. Like, what the hell? Okay, there we go. That was awkward to try and figure out. For Neo Bowser City. I like Neo Bowser City. I know it's a very unpopular track, but I really enjoy that course. Cheating in this game gives you a free blue shell dodge. I mean, I need to figure out the timing of the blue shell dodge in this game, but yeah. Like, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you very much so, you can't get a mushroom in first place. That's one of the other things. It's like, it really does feel like, in 8, and, like, because I never played the original 8. I just played 8 Deluxe. It really feels like they specifically blocked certain items from being gotten in specific, things. In this game, it's really feeling like everything has a chance. It's just a matter of whether you actually get the item or not. But as for, the fake item box, which I will say was also in DS. I think it was an interesting item. However, I also see problems you could have with it. People who have trouble with eyesight would be like could very like could very much so struggle to figure out the difference between them in a quick enough fashion to, you know, react. So I think if they were to do something like that again, it would have to look different enough for people who have, like, you know, who are, for example, colorblind. Because that was one of the big things. In the DS version, I very much so struggled to tell the difference until I was right on top of it because I'm colorblind. So, right, it was also an item you couldn't defend yourself with. But, like, they would need to figure out another way to make it look similar without looking so similar that people could struggle to tell them apart, which kind of ruins the concept. Now, I think having an item that you can't defend yourself with, great idea. I think that is a good idea to have. But, you know, they changed the way it kind of, you know, works. Yes, it was Shy Gabs. Okay, well, I'm gonna start this story. During the third course of this cup, I have a story. If you see it, if you've seen any of my shorts on YouTube, which I know I don't have many, I'm very horrible at putting them out because I have been having zero motivation to edit recently. I appreciate that. Essentially, I'm red-green colorblind. Well, I wouldn't say color blind. I'm color deficient. I can still see the colors, but the shades are vastly different than what most people see. For example, a lot of shades of blue and purple tend to look very similar to me. So similar, in fact, that when I was a kid, and I was coloring with crayons, I would color the sky purple, thinking it was blue. But, past that as well, like some greens and browns, like camouflage. Like, unironically camouflage, I can't tell if that's green or brown. Like classic camouflage. But anyway, you know, it's the sort of thing, I've dealt with it my whole life. It's something I've gotten used to, but the issue with the item boxes in DS were, the item boxes were like a shade of blue, whereas the fake item boxes had a bit of red put in, which shifted it slightly to purple, but right enough where I can't super tell the difference. So I would have to get like almost right on top of it and see the upside down question mark to be able to tell. That's why I really do like having the bottom screen have like a pure red item box for the fake ones. But yeah, anyway, as I was kind of saying, if you've seen any shorts on my YouTube channel, which these shorts would be from like a year and a half ago at this point, because I have not put out any shorts since not this past year, but the year previous, New Year's. There is a short I have titled My Proudest Moment in Gaming, where I talk about this story that happened when I was younger, playing Mario Kart 7 on my Nintendo 3DS. But I will tell it again once we, get closer to when it is prevalent, because I will show you exactly where the event happened. Fake spider rounds. Yep. In fact, what I would try and do, specifically, especially when I was playing with my sister growing up, is I would specifically try and, I would specifically try and place the fake item box on top of the real item box, so you couldn't even tell it was there. Alright. I will very slightly start talking about the story. So, in this game, for those of you who have not played it, or are very much so, non-remembering much of this game has a system of titles. If you played online, people could look at your in-game profile, and you could have titles for you know, you could have titles that you could put on your profile that people would be able to see. Now, you would get these in a variety of ways. Usually through what you do during races. For example, if you hit so many people with banana peels, you would get a banana peel expert title. Stuff like that. Now, there's one specific title that I got in a very unusual way. Now, it was purely coincidence, but this title was another one of those item titles. You know, I was trying to draw it out so I could get through this course quickly before I actively started telling the specifics of the story. But, I went through the context a bit quicker than I was expecting. So, yeah. All right. So, going into this course, the title I got was Bob-omb Ace. Now, the way you get this is by hitting so many enemies using the Bob-omb item. However, the one hit that gave me that title just so happened to be a very specific hit during this course. You see, at the end of this course, towards the end of this track, there's a little hang glider section. And so, I take my Bob-omb, carry it through, I am probably in 3rd or 4th currently. In the last lap, and I throw my Bob-omb here, over that pit, and hit someone directly, and drop them into the pit below. That is the time that I got the Bob-omb Ace title. Was that specific hit over that specific pit using a Bob-omb being thrown ahead of me. I thought the Bob-omb Ace title was related to that hit specifically. You know, hitting someone who's using a hang glider or something along those lines. But no, unfortunately not. However, it is still the proudest moment in my gaming career. That is why this game has a very special place in my heart. It's because of that specific moment. And why I'm so excited to play Mario Kart World with this track in it. Now, do I like the track? Not particularly. It doesn't draw my attention like a lot of other tracks do. However, that moment solidified this game as something that would always be an important game to me. Now, I could not recreate that if I tried. I really couldn't. But you know, once Mario Kart World comes out, I'm gonna be spending quite a lot of time working on my aim. But yeah, that is honestly, like, it just kind of happened one day, and that was like a formative memory for me. I didn't end up going on and win the race or anything like that, but I was really proud of myself for actually hitting that attack. Hitting that item. You know, I do kind of hope that this course comes back. This was a fun course. Should give me a Maverick title. Yeah, well, I don't think they ever intended for anyone to go out of their way and manage to do that. I mean, obviously it was possible, but... Oh, shit! Hold on. I just remembered something in this course. Hold on, I wonder if I still remember how to do it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's at the first or the second one. Shit. I think it's the second one. Nope, I was wrong. Damn it. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Give me a second. I know about this. Okay, I had the wrong spot. Okay. I had the wrong spot. I know there's another one now. Yeah, it's Woohoo Loop as opposed to Maka Woohoo. Give me a second. I'm actually really wanting to do this. Yeah, okay. I did it in the right spot. It was just a matter of I must have executed it poorly. Yeah, there's quite a lot. Like, the glitches in this game. Please, mushroom. Yes, okay, we got a mushroom. That's all that matters. Okay, we win this. Like, just straight up, there's no chance we lose this if I execute this stuff properly. That's not right. Meow. I don't know. Yeah, that one's weird. Okay. I don't specifically remember that one. But that wasn't the one that I wanted to show off. I forgot that that one existed. Actually, no, it might be in the other one. I think it is actually in the other one. It's in all. Don't worry, we still win these. Okay, no, I'm doing something wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna try this again. They're gonna be finishing right about now. There. I got it at the very end. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, yep. Okay, this is the last time I do it. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I'm gonna, you know, go for it once, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I showed off what it was, so. Yep. Apologies that took so long. I'm gonna kind of blitz the rest of this game. As quick as I realistically can, given the circumstances. Excuse me, that was rude of you, Wiggler. No, I kind of want to see if my ghost is still up. Because I think I made a ghost for this course. Oh, no, it's just a matter of, like, I've mentioned it before, but my energy tends to drop off around 2 hours. And we're starting to, like, get close to that point, so... Also, this game is the one that made Nintendo start doing patches for games. Nope. Damn. Because that glitch, along with others, made the game, like, unplayable online. Because up until this point, Nintendo was very much so, hey, how we release our games is how they stay. This one also had a pretty big shortcut, if I remember correctly. I probably don't. But, you know, Nintendo used to say, like, how we release our games is how they'll stay. We're not gonna patch out any glitches. And then that, like, course became so unplayable online that they were forced to. And, I mean, now look at them. Yeah, this is not the course I was thinking it was. Actually, what I might do... So, I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna go about my Mario Kart 8 stream, right? Because obviously up until this point, I've gone through and I've played every course, right? Played every course on in the game, leading up to, you know, ending the stream at the end of playing all the courses. Now, obviously, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has 96 cups, so that's almost 400 courses. I'm not going to be able to get through them all. But what I'm thinking is either going through and playing all the new courses. So the courses that were, like, added in specifically into 8 Deluxe that weren't in the game previously. Or going through and just playing all the old courses. Because the whole idea of this is to kind of experience the growth of the series over time. And what better way than to play the most recent versions of each of these tracks? No, actually. I play as Inkling Girl in 8 Deluxe. So yeah, I guess, what would you guys be most interested in kind of seeing in that sense with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? We've got currently 3 options. Go through and play all the old courses, go through and play all the new courses, or just play online and whatever I play, I play. To be honest, I don't know how to make a poll in YouTube chat. I could probably set up a thing. I would need to figure out which. Well, what I'm saying is, I don't have all of the, I don't have all of the, I don't have time for all of the courses. So I'm needing to choose, like, all of the, re-released courses. So, like, for example, Music Park is in Mario Kart 8. That's what I mean. Is the ones that were in previous games that got ported into Mario Kart 8 multiple streams. Don't have time for that because I will be streaming it Wednesday. Thursday I'm not able to stream, and then Friday I'm playing Mario Kart World. But yeah, no, like, that's what I mean by old courses. By new courses, I mean stuff like, trying to think of one off the top of my head. I guess Hyrule Circuit, where 8 was its first release. Like, it wasn't in a Mario Kart game up until Mario Kart 8. That's what I mean by new tracks. Or I just, like I said, play online and whatever tracks I play, I play. Retro course. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Because I guess that is what they call it in most of the other games. I'm in first? I really did not think I was in first there. Nope. Cause they were in previous games. Hello, Dees. Welcome in. Yeah. Rock Mountain had a lot more detail in this game than in 8. Ah, that was a mistake. We're good. Is it? I don't know. Rock Mountain originally came out in the 3DS, which is what it says that it comes from. I don't know if it was in Tour. Anti-gravity. Actually, slower if you're trying to be good at the track. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things that's like... I think anti-grav was an interesting idea. And it did allow for more creativity in terms of some courses. But I think ultimately they got so caught up in, well, every track we have has to have one of these gimmicks in it. Whereas obviously you've seen in this game already where it's like, quite a few of them, like, they added in the hang glider section, but some of the retro tracks they didn't. Or an underwater. Yeah, they're each different stats. You know. Oh, come on. That sucked. Oh, yeah, like, as much as I really like the live performance, sound of 8 Deluxe, I honestly feel like they lost a lot of uniqueness to a lot of the tracks through that. Like, seriously, I do honestly think that I like the live sound, but I think that this game has better music. Damn it. Okay, let me rephrase that. 8 Deluxe definitely has better music sound-wise. But I feel like this game has a more unique sound to it. Ultimately, I think DS has the best soundtrack out of all of the Mario Kart games, but that's beside the point. And yes, I am including Wii in that. Is that a hot take? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I care? No. Like, here, the best way I can put it. 8 Deluxe has a very live jazz sound, which is not bad whatsoever. Right? I quite enjoy live jazz. In fact, I played in a jazz band for most of my life. But this game has a very techno sound. They're vastly different. And you can't get a techno sound from a live performance. At least not something that sounds like this. And like, while yes, I love that they're using like real instrumentation and stuff like that, I feel like we've gotten so caught up in everything needs to be live instruments that we're losing some of the charm that like older game soundtracks used to have with their like chiptune sounds. A lot of the charm was how it felt cohesive to be in a digital format. It felt like, yes, this is part of the game. Whereas now it's like, oh, hey, this is a cool soundtrack. I'm going to listen to this on its own. It's no longer part of the game. It's its own thing. And while that's not a bad thing on its own, I feel like you lose some of the charm of soundtracks from that. But again, this is just my thought. Keyboard. It has to be specifically a synth, and even then, it's not gonna sound quite the same. Yes, you can get close, but it's not gonna quite sound the same. Well, Neo Bowser City. I tried to get to the end of the course before the blue shell hit, but I didn't. I didn't quite get it quick enough. Because I knew once I got hit with that blue shell, I wasn't gonna get first place anyway, so I tried my best to make it as quick as possible. Also, I'm realizing you can hear anytime I move the joystick. Or like flick the joystick, I'll say. Or, sorry, circle pad. Speaking of which, on my 3DS, my circle pad's like rubber, like dry rotted. I broke it out a couple months ago, and just the circle pad is dead. Sure, okay. Oh, yeah, no, I 100% agree. 200cc makes this track, like, near impossible. I say near. It is possible, but, like, it is so difficult on 200cc. Off to the side. All right. And this is the one with another huge shortcut. Yep, okay, this is the one I was thinking of. I knew of 2 shortcuts in this. The one in the other Woohoo, in Woohoo Loop, and then this one in Maka Woohoo. I just need to remember how to do it. Ta-da! Bye, everyone! That one's much easier. The other one is a very small area within the water that does it. That one is just based entirely around location, the very specific location. Actually, while I'm here, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, you can see how quick they kind of, like, come back. All right, one more cup. Yeah, I think what happens there is, if you fall in a specific spot, if you fall far enough out in that specific spot, it thinks you fell off the top as opposed to the bottom. So it'll put you at the top. 8/7. Sometimes. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think as much as I like the hang glider sections, because I like a good air control mechanic, I don't think they were implemented well in Mario Kart at all. In either of the games. I'm not sure. I think I chose heavy. There we go. I actually don't remember if I ever played this game online. I don't remember. I feel like I might have. Rosalina's Ice World. You know, the one that was my thumbnail for the longest time because I couldn't go a single Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stream without playing it. And then proceeded to not get it for the next, like, 3 streams. I tried. I really need to go through and play Galaxy. Like, my favorite Mario character is in a game I haven't even played. Although, to be fair, I can say that about a couple of different, series. Like, my favorite character in the Zelda series is from, Twilight Princess. But, I can't play Twilight Princess because, haha, arachnophobia, go bird. Yep, Midna. Everything I know about the series, Midna is my favorite character. And she just, like, I can't play the game she's from. I mean, if you were here for it, you all saw how much I struggled with the Ocarina of Time. You know, the N64 version. The version with the most low poly spiders ever. And you expect me to do a high poly spider boss? Yeah, no, that's not happening. Well, I am not getting first on this one. What? How did I trick off the boost without actually hitting the boost? What? Ultimately, motor, it really depends on how it is. It's a matter of, like, if it's one, a short fight, I should be fine. Two, if it's not super realistic. It's hard to say. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I can look into it ahead of time to know whether I feel comfortable playing it or not. But, like, I played Skyward Sword, right? Which those also have the Skulltulas in them. And I actually, going into it, had to look up where they were in what dungeons, and I would actually use a guide for those dungeons. Not for the puzzles, but so I would know, so I wouldn't be surprised by a Skulltula showing up. You know, I forgot about this Bowser's Castle. It's actually a decent one. I wouldn't mind if they brought this one back. I see you, Daisy. Yep, I got kind of fucked there. Yeah, no, that's not happening. I am not gonna go through exposure therapy. I'm not gonna subject myself to that. At least not willingly. Maybe, maybe not. I feel like it's the sort of thing, I feel like they want to make sure the launch and everything for Mario Kart World, you know, is smooth first. I think the main reason why Mario Kart 8 Deluxe got released, and like they immediately started pre-production on Mario Kart World is because they wanted to release Mario Kart World initially, and then realized that their scope was already too big. So they just re-released 8, being like, well, we need a Mario Kart game. Let's do it. That's my personal thought on that. If anything, they're probably starting pre-production or something similar. Or like they're probably in production of the next 3D Mario game, if I had to guess. That's probably where their focus is right now. Well, I will say, I do hope they bring back the rainbow boost panels. As much as the orange is, like, iconic at this point, I hope they bring back the rainbow, because I really liked the rainbow boost panels. Yeah, it was a matter of, 8 Deluxe released, like, within the year they started World. Like, I want to say they had started talking about the next game, and we're like, well, we need to do something first. That, again, that's my personal thought, because we only know so much, we're not involved in the production of it, we can't say what they were thinking at the time. Okay, that part I do like better in the 8 Deluxe version. The low gravity in that section, like, it really felt like you were flying in low gravity as you were falling, whereas that, it just kind of felt like I fell straight down. Oh, I can see them clearly enough to differentiate each of the colors. And I know in terms of contention for like Roy G. Biv, I was taught growing up it was Indigo and Violet were the same color. It was just purple. So it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So from that standpoint, you know, from that standpoint, it has 6 colors. But I guess when it comes down to actually seeing Indigo versus like Blue and Violet, Indigo is a very weird shade, because Indigo is where my brain can't decide whether it's blue or purple. I know, I know. I've unlocked mirror, yay. Alright, well, that's all I've got time for today. I will let this play. But yeah, no, I've always kind of known that I enjoyed racing games. Mario Kart was, like, very early memories for me, playing Mario Kart. Be it the Wii version, the DS version, even 7 to an extent. Like, a lot of my childhood was built around playing different Mario Kart games. Granted, as well as some other games, but like if I had to decide on, let's say, 3 series to define my childhood, Mario Kart would be one of them. I'd have to probably say Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and Skylanders would be the 3 that kind of defined my childhood. Now, I don't know where Kirby kind of fits in there, because Kirby is a very weird series for me. Because, like, obviously now it really defines things for me. But back then, it was kind of like I enjoyed it, but it never, like, stuck out to me as a, this is my series sort of thing. But yeah, no, I honestly, when it comes down to, like, genres of games, the 3 genres that I would really consider myself even, like, decent at, racing, platforming, and rhythm games. Those are the 3 genres that I tend to, like, interact very fondly with. Now, that's not saying I don't enjoy other genres. Like, Borderlands is one of my favorite series of all time, and that is very much so none of those. But yeah, I would very much so, like, ultimately, like, you're mentioning getting a racing suit outfit for my model. I would need a model first. But, like, if I had to choose, like, I do think my first outfit, like, my first official outfit outside of, you know, my main model's outfit would probably be some level of racing outfit. Like a racing suit or something. I love just the Nomi. Rhythm games, yep. Like Muse Dash, Beat Saber, Project Sakai, Geometry Dash, Dance of Fire and Ice. Just, you know, wide variety of stuff. I've played a lot of rhythm games, yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, Colorful Stage is Project Sakai. It's just Project Sakai is the Japanese title, whereas Colorful Stage was the English title. It's just that a lot of the community just calls it Project Sakai, because it's a lot clearer than Colorful Stage, yeah. In fact, let me actually see whereabouts I am in that. Give it a second while it opens. So, like, I've been super into the story for that, right? That's one of the things I get. I am a sucker for a good story. And for those of you who have played Project Sekai or Colorful Stage or whatever, I am currently... Still loading. Give it a sec. I'm not caught up because I just really started playing it recently, and by recently I mean I want to say late April is when I started playing it, so it's been about a month. Little over. I am currently level 59. And in terms of story, I am between In the Singing City and Get Over It. I'm about 2/3 of the way done with the story. I'm about 2/3 of the way caught up with the story. I'm getting decently close to the transfer over years. And by that I have like 10 stories left before that. So yeah. Alright. Well, with that, I am going to end for today. Tomorrow, I will be playing some more Mario Kart DS. So not 3DS, DS. I'm going to be wrapping up the All Golds. You know, wrapping up getting all golds on all the tracks. I've got 2 pre's left. I've got 100cc Nitro and 150cc Mirror Retro pre's to go through. So yeah. With that, all I will say is I'm going to not have a model, so bear with me while I close out of this. Alright. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming by. Hope you all have a wonderful time zone. Make sure you take care of yourself, drink some water, get some rest, all that good stuff. And happy Pride. Mwah.